So you said you played at Smalls with Stacy. What else have you done? Because, like I said, my team couldn't find much.
Well, I recently had a gig a couple months ago at Ornithology, as well, with Giuseppe Cucchiara and his band, which was really interesting because it was another tenor player who's a friend of Giuseppe's.
Ben Solomon. Ben
Solomon. No, Francesco.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Francesco Patti, who's an amazing tenor player, and he's getting his footing now in New York too. I think I've kind of been in the scene or whatever since I was like 13, 14. I used to go out to Jersey, like Jersey City and Moore's Lounge a lot to play with like Winard, Harper, and all the cats there and stuff. And some early teachers of mine are like Lawrence Clark, J.D. Allen, some mentors, and Abraham Burton. That's been like my guy, and he's been like also just a mentor, but also like sort of a representation for me of like what a black jazz musician means to me. And I feel like that's so important to have like older people like Mr. Green, yourself, and as a representation of like how authentically this music is played, like consistently, and that just shows it for like a lot of other people, that where it comes from. And I feel like the tradition in that respect is very important. But yeah, I mean, I've been doing I've been in the scene, and it's been taking care of me. It's like I've met a lot of great people, trying to just do as much work as like a side person as possible right now. Before, I mean, I always have stuff that I'm writing, but it's just I'm not necessarily preoccupied with trying to get that stuff played, because I know I just need to do the work now.
And so what's the 5-year plan?
5-year plan, definitely like I want to be in college. I want to be in school. I would like to meet some people like closer to my age range as well, because it's cool to have a lot of older mentors, but it's also like I want to keep my ear to the ground of like what my peers are doing and how I can join in on that. So doing like any jazz programs, which would be great. And I got accepted to the Vail Jazz Workshop this year, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, doing the whole college thing would be great. And
you know where you want to go?
I'm not really like too concerned about where it is. I know I'd like to stay like in the tri-state area though.
Okay.
Just mainly because like like all the colleges, they kind of do the same thing. They function as the same thing. It's like you take the same classes, learn as much as you can and stuff. But I feel like sometimes if you're too college heavy, you don't really figure out what's going on for yourself, there can be an issue there, I think. If you get too wrapped up in the social aspect of college, I guess, to be more specific.
Right.
You just got to find things out for yourself and what it means to you to really play,
So going to school to study music or teaching or...
To study music would be great,
What would you like to get out of college that you're not getting already from the scene?
A more, I guess you could say like a more like trained sense, like to be like the all-around musician, to be like a doubler, things of that nature. Not to necessarily be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do that on a gig, but just to kind of expand my worldview, in terms of like what I can be doing, the work that I could be getting. I think that's a good avenue to go down, just to get some more work, as a side person, yeah.
All right, so what does it look like? You're 40 years old, 45 years old. What are you doing? Are you a band leader, or are you an educator?
I'd like to be like a composer. composer, arranger, probably some education on the side, but definitely like, commissioned stuff to, put this on with like more interdisciplinary kind of art with, like dancers and stuff. I feel like the meshing of this music with, other styles of art and more contemporary stuff is where my head's at right now. If that's something I'm going to be doing later in life, just mainly because I feel it's so important to always have a forward thinking about whatever you're doing. So like this music, playing is great, but like how can we say something? How can we have a message with what we're doing? And I feel like that can also be conveyed through like visual art, along with music and stuff. I've already kind of done some of that too. When I started playing, I changed directions from where I was, because I grew up with kind of the swing era stuff. That's when I started playing clarinet and stuff, and I loved Benny Goodman and like Tommy Dorsey and stuff. And then gears kind of shifted when I was in middle school, and I got the amazing chance to play with William Parker and Andrew Sorrell at Roulette Intermedium, and we were playing like a tribute to Cecil Taylor, and that was music like before I've never like really checked out. I mean, I had checked out some Ornette when I was younger, but I wasn't really ready for that, and I thought that was like just so beautiful, like the way everything was written, and like like becoming the music as an artist. I felt like that was really interesting. But, yeah.
Wow. So what are you into? Two-part question. What are you into that I didn't ask you about? Like, do you draw? Do you make film? Do you do anything? And what do you want people to know about you that no one asked you or talked to you about?
I guess the first part, I actually do some drawing and stuff, but it's funny, I write a little poetry as well on the side, just I don't know, different creative stimuli, I guess. But I also like to be out in nature a lot. Like I bike ride a lot. That's something when it gets warmer outside, easy for me to do. Just a little bike ride around Prospect Park. It's really soothing. But to answer the second part of your question, I guess the one thing that's like the hidden talent, I guess, I really like cooking.
Really?
Yeah. And I love cooking.
I'm looking for a new line cook.
oh man, shoot! I could be here more often. Let's go, But I love, like chefing, and like food is, I'm a really big food guy, and like yeah, that's my thing. And I make like a lot of cooking analogies to music too. So it's like. There's a lot like food, and there's like a lot of parallels. I mean, there's a lot of parallels with the music and everything, but specifically in food, I just find it, because everyone calls it like culinary arts. So it's like kind of like what we do. It's art, That's like what, So
I can see that.
Yeah, but yeah.
Well, I won't take up any more of your time. Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
You can stay
This
on the
was great.
right path.
Yeah.
I think you got a very bright future, and I hope to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Thanks
Yes,
for your
indeed.
time, man. Come
Thank
on.
you so much.